Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand for the presentation of the colors presented by the Central Campus JROTC program. Everyone, please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. The class of 2018 would like to honor their classmates who tragically lost their lives. Chai Toon and Jose Rodriguez Marin. Two of our graduates are carrying Chai and Jose's cap and gown and will place them on a chair in the front row in memory of them. We will have a family member receive their diplomas later in the ceremony. At this time, seniors, please join the choir, orchestra, and band if you are performing. Enjoy the Hoover Choir Band and Orchestra as they perform America the Beautiful. Good afternoon, graduates, parents, families, friends, staff, and school board members. What an honor it is to stand before you as the principal of Hoover High School to recognize and celebrate the graduating class of 2018. At this time, I would like to introduce special guests, and if they would please stand. Our Des Moines Superintendent, Dr. Tom Ahart. School Board Member Heather Anderson. Vice Principals Jamie Badger and Jeff Panic. School Improvement Leaders Maureen Griffin and Stephanie Nugent. And Language Arts Teacher Nick Jackson. Thank you. First, we would like to recognize some very important people in the lives of our graduates. So if two groups of people would please stand when I acknowledge you. First, the parents and families of the class of 2018, stand. Thank you for your support in helping your graduates achieve their goals. Hoover teachers and support staff and any district folks that are here, please stand. And thank you for providing an environment where you cared for these students and where learning took place every day. What a special year it has been. The very first day of school in the fall, this class of 2018, along with alumni and former Hoover staff members, cut a ribbon to open the 50th school year. Throughout the year, the Hoover 50th Celebration Committee organized many special events: an alumni basketball game, a rededication of the Hildreth Auditorium, and 5 very impressive Hoover alumni from 1967 to 2002 were inducted into the Hoover Hall of Fame. It truly was a year to celebrate Herbert Hoover High School. So in addition, graduates, to your wonderful memories of playing basketball or running track, performing in band, orchestra, choir, going to concerts, monitoring freshmen, being in STEM, performing on the Hoover stage. Also, this final event is this graduation. You are the 50th class to graduate from Hoover High School. Congratulations. We have 2 speakers today who will address the class of 2018. Josephine Bahati is the niece of Francois Hakizimana, and she has attended Hoover for 4 years. She was a member of the Spirit Crew, on the soccer team for 2 years, a member of Shine, and received a silver cord for community service. Josephine is interested in majoring in education and plans to return to Africa to set up her own school and change the views of many people. Your classmate, Josephine Bahati.
Look at all of you. Look how happy and excited and proud you all are. It's a great day to recognize not only the seniors, but also the faculty, staff, administrators, family members, and friends who got us all here. Many thanks to y'all. Join me in giving them a round of applause for the role in each of them played in getting us to this momentous event. Thank you. It is my privilege to say a few words to you today about my life and the path that got me to this day. Life as we know it is not the same for everyone. Everyone in the Knapp Center has their own unique story to tell. For my part, I want to focus on successes and failures. Yes, one thing that we all have in common in our lives is failure. Seems like a weird thing to talk about on such a happy day. Failures are what makes us feel sad, useless, and most of all, failure makes us want to give up. But one thing my life is a testimony to, however, is that we must never give up, no matter how huge the single failure seems. But how, you may ask yourself? This is why I want to tell you a brief story of myself. Though I was born years before, it really all began on April 24th of 2008. My family had just arrived in America, and I spoke no English at all. You can imagine what a catastrophe that was. I was a kid who got picked on for spelling words wrong, and at that time, I saw myself as a failure. But in the moment, there was something I wasn't realizing. Stick with me and let's fast forward to high school. I'm excited to be a freshman, and I'm wearing the backpack that was as big as I was, and I'm all ready to be taught not to be a failure. Along the way, however, I still sometimes saw myself as failure. By sophomore year, I took as many AP classes as I could, thinking that would help me get smarter. The grade reports came out, and also was C's and D's, and it seemed everything just was not working out. Soon, I was in my junior year, studying for the ACT, studying as hard as I could. There was also the pressure of deciding which direction I would head once I would graduate. But despite hitting all of these milestones without washing out, I was still sometimes seeing myself as a failure. I now find myself in the best part, senior year. Despite all those times I had defined as failure, I'm applying to colleges with my friends and families, and making plans, and I'm more excited of me. I'm realizing how misguided I was in thinking that when I hit upon hard times, that I was a failure. That if I stumbled a bit, that I was a failure. It didn't really hit me until about now, the end of my senior year, that our best life is full of moments. Moments when we're sad or angry, but also successful and strong. I've realized that the most thing in all those moments is to never give up, no matter how huge the single failure seems. I now see that failure is not the moment when you're missing a goal, but rather the moment when you stumble and fall and don't pick yourself right back up. Those times were just a rung on a ladder that has been moving me to higher things. The steps were hard, but worth it. There's a saying in my Swahili language, kila wakati ukumbuke kuwa, lazimio lako la kufaulu ni muhimu kushinda zingine zote. Which translates to, your own resolution to succeed is higher than any other. You decide what your dreams are. You decide how you want to carry them. Dream big. After all, the sky is the limit. As we, the class of 2018, head out into the real world, we're going to have tough times, when the moments are hard, when we fail. But in all those moments, we need to realize that we haven't arrived at some final ending disappointing outcome. As long as we have breath, we can choose to try harder and better for all of us. Thank you all for sharing these years with me, and good luck on your journey. Congratulations, the class of 2018.
Elizabeth Mora Huber is the daughter of Susan Huber and Roger Mora Campos. While in high school, she participated in STEM, cross-country, track, speech, and drama. She is a science-bound student and a Borlaug Scholar, and earned the Silver Award from DMAC. One of her favorite parts of high school was being able to work in the research lab at Grandview. She will attend Iowa State University. Your classmate, Elizabeth Mora Huber.
We all know diversity is one of Hoover's greatest strengths. We represent 45 countries and speak 41 languages. All of us have different experiences, cultures, and outlooks that make us who we are. While we have these differences, there is one common trait among us all. We've all come from dreams, and we all have our own. Our class motto is, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." While you may be thinking it is cheesy or corny, or whatever your vocabulary may call it, it still applies to you. Many students of Hoover High School have parents who have moved to better the livelihoods of their family. Parents who have overcome adversities like this apply to our class motto. They had to dream to better their future, their children's future, and then they followed through. Personally, my father is an immigrant from Costa Rica, and I've seen firsthand how hard he has to work to make his aspirations a reality. My father grew up in Costa Rica in the 1960s and 70s in a tiny town with 7 brothers and 2 sisters, and it was not particularly easy. His education was not an option when he had his siblings to provide for. He moved in the 90s to the US to support my mother with the beginning of our family. With this transition in his life, there were sacrifices he had to make, just like all parents. And with my father's experience, one of his dreams was to see his children graduate, just like the parents and family here today watching their loved one graduate. Those are our parents' dreams, and now we have our own. Our class of 2018 is going to take various pathways, and all of us will find obstacles in our way. The majority of the time, it will be easier to give up, and it can be hard to not be discouraged and feel hopeless, especially when the people in power, time after time, have abused their power and don't represent or support the demographic we see at Hoover. So whether you have a path or you don't, never let ignorance or blatant bigotry discourage who you can become. The future belongs to you and your aspirations, and Hoover has created a place for everyone to find somewhere where they belong. Whether you do cross country or the school play, or maybe both, we are the example of the dream to coexist. At Hoover, we have citizenship, meaning there is a link between all of us, no matter where we may come from. We have the opportunity to learn, grow, and take on challenges. We have the beauty of diversity, which teaches us to be tolerant of one another. And we have excellence that stems from the hard work of us, our parents, and the tireless efforts of our teachers. Let us continue to set the example of supporting and educating the world around us, to create a place where we don't just coexist, but thrive. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. With that quote in mind, make your future and the present belong to you. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2018.
On behalf of the Hoover staff, Nick Jackson will present the Jane Hench's Humanitarian Award.
When former Hoover student Jane Renee Henches died from injuries she received in a horseback riding accident in 1972, her parents chose to honor her ideals of service when they established the Jane Hench's Humanitarian Award. The award contains a quotation from Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It reads, "I am a part of all I have met." Every year, the English and Social Studies departments collaborate to recognize a Hoover student who best exemplifies these through his or her humble and sensitive service to mankind, both in and out of school. This year's award goes to a young woman who clearly demonstrates this humanitarian ideal through her actions of promoting social justice, kindness, friendship, harmony, and dedication to the best in herself and others in the Hoover community. When asked about this student, Mr. Neidl said the following: "I remember meeting her when she was a 9th grader pushing a petition in my face to protest the creation of Husky Time. Oh, okay. I knew right away this young woman would grow up to be a force to reckon with, and a force she is." This year's recipient has served with Best Buddies, Thespian Board, Senior Board, and Student Council. She has represented Hoover across the country as an advocate for environmental justice and action. It is without question this student will make dramatic changes wherever she goes. Ms. Feuerbach said that this student is one of the most, if not the most, hardworking, genuine, kind, and trustworthy students I have ever taught. She goes above and beyond in all aspects of her life. Ms. Hollins recalled a moment when this student came to a classmate's defense against a bully. It was another testament to this young woman's virtue and provided a model for how we should treat one another. Many other members of the Hoover community commented on this student's often felt presence in organizing student assemblies, shining bright in sports and cheer, and literally shining the lights on the stage for dramatic productions. This year's recipient has truly become a part of all that she has met. It is with great honor that we recognize this year's award winner, Tal Larson. Come on up front, Tal.
I would now like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Tom Ahart.
Good afternoon. Des Moines Public Schools exists so that students graduate with the knowledge, skills, and abilities to be successful at the next stage of their lives. That 13-year journey is supported by thousands of staff members throughout our district, many of whom are with us today. If you work for Des Moines Public Schools in any capacity, please stand. And would the rest of you join me in recognizing the team that support our students from preschool through graduation day? I have one more recognition. I would like to publicly recognize Ms. Kathy Danielson for sharing her swan song as a DMPS leader, as the leader of the Husky Nation. Please share in recognizing Kathy Danielson. And finally, on behalf of Administrator Kathy Danielson, the district staff, the community of Des Moines, and your teachers at Hoover High School, I am honored to confirm that the members of the Hoover High School class of 2018 have met the requirements established by the state of Iowa and our Board of Education, and have demonstrated all the qualifications to receive a certificate of graduation from the Des Moines Public Schools. Esteemed School Board Director Heather Anderson, as superintendent, I proudly commend to you for the presentation of diplomas the Hoover High School class of 2018.
Jolia Agok. Adrian Alfaro. Emma Andrew. Alexis Arredondo Jimenez. Devin Ashton. Sai Ong. San San Ong. Josephine Bahati. Ismet Bayrich. Drashawn Banks. Lalwam Bala. Marcus Bay. Hannah Blackford. Jackson Brantley. Kayla Brito Zacapala. Deshanique Brown. Dang Bui. Dang Bui. Alexander Bunya. Hussein Bu. Kashindi Beombe. Brandon Calder. Roxana Castellanos. Lauro Chara. Tiffany Chip. Mala Cho. Ginger Cinnamon. Arturo Cisneros Rivas. Mariona Clader. Alicia Colleen. Brianna Colwell. Alienme Concepcion. Cameron Crowell. Raul Cruz Garcia. Philip Kuhn. Adolf Chustovich. Fung Dang. Skylar Davis. John Dawson. Alicia Dewey. Fee Deep. Nikata Ding. Sydney Drake. Ian Fefchek Robinson. Sinan Felich. Sydney Fisher. My neighbor. Kia Fitzpatrick. Michaela Foley. Deja Galbraith. Nadine Garcia. Ta Gay. Answer Gay. Niet Jiang. Jason Gonzalez Mena. Zantaria Grant. Maurice Green. Ezra Halter. Camilla Harris. Jackson Hawksby. Lisa Heron. Joshua Henry. Caitlin Hensley. Alfredo Hernandez. Irvin Hernandez. Guadalupe Hernandez Rodriguez. Jesse Hill. Lynn Ho. Anna Hung. Olivia Houchins McCallum. Pa Tu. Chai Toon. Heavenly Hughes. Jarius Hurst. Shailia Hutchinson. Amina Ibrahim. Sabina Idris. Joel Jackson. Byron Jarrett. Jerome Jefferson. Colby Johnson. Lyric Johnson. Nicholas Johnson. Travion Johnson. Vanessa Jones. Elvire Caroline. Caleb Kinseth Peterson. Rylan Cleese. Aliyah Klismith. Dade Kolosik. Anna Koromo. Jason Koromo. Gunnar Larson. Tao Larson. Cynthia Lay. Kobe Lee. Lucas Leonard. Mary Grace Lida. Kevin Lee. Tin Leah. Tong Lian. Pa Ki Lo. Stephanie Lopez. Sonia Lopez. Tatane Mahaney. John Martin. Leslie Martinez. Shelley McFadden. Callie McFarland. Lyric McKinney. Sterling McTee. Ko May. Ko May. Ko May. Mi May. Na May. Saddam Murbadi. Riley Menard. Zachary Mobley. Abdul Mokhtar. Eviberto Montalvo. Lei Mu. Zarina Moore. Elizabeth Mora Huber. Joseph Mullen. Garrett Murray. Anastasia Nauman Larson. Nancy Wen. Dina Nyirapeba. Esther Noon-Moy. Taylon Olson. Misael Orandane Piado. Yashira Padilla. Ashante Patton. Moo Pa. Ileana Penate. Paige Penningroth. Daisha Perry. Journey Perry Harris. Monjok Philip. Cece Poe. Ryan Poe. William Post. Elise Polson. Breezy Preston. Van Laupui. Lair Puel. Matthew Quinn. Karen Quintana Moreno. Magali Quintana Salas. John Redeker. Bo Ray. Day Ray. Play Ray. Ray. Shaw Ray. Spencer Richards. Lou Jean Rideout. David Ryder. Kiera Riley. Christian Rivera Chicas. Tabitha Robinson. Manuel Robles. Xavier Robles. Jose Luis Rodriguez Campos. Jose Rodriguez Marin. Flor Rodriguez Torres. Judith Rosario. Freddie Rosario. Jocelyn Rosas. Celeste Ruggles. Jimmy Sakabu. Julie San. Juan Sanchez. Sang Ti. Gay Se. Arlene Schmoody. Lynetta Scott. Shavian Scott. Henry Shetler. Jacob Silberhorn. Eric Silva. Anika Smith. Isis Smith Krepsak. Persephone Snyder. A. So. Ong So. Eblut So. Nasia Spencer. Sean Stacy. Nicholas Stoll. Emily Swessinger. Mulki Tanta. Rosie Tom. Lal Tong. Devontae Thedford. Myint Sar. Nyamal Twang. Kelvin Tu. Ava Torres. Leslie Torres. Andy Tran. Tuan Trong. Zan Tun. Natalie Valdez. Rebecca Wall. DeMarco Walker. Brandon Weiledge. August Weiland. Eldon Welter. Faith White. Gavin Williams. Javon Willis. Dominique Wright. Jaleonce Ashby Logan. Deshaun Francis. Darius Taylor. Eonte Ware. Jessica Rodriguez Marin.
Graduates, please stand and move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the Hoover High School 50th graduating class of 2018.